Imagine it's the year 1500. Europe is buzzing with ambition. Powerful nations are racing to claim new lands, find new trade routes, and build massive empires. Portugal, a small country with big dreams and incredible sailors, is at the forefront of this global race. On March 9th, a massive fleet of 13 ships, led by Commander Pedro Álvares Cabral, set sail from Lisbon. Their official mission? To reach India and secure a foothold in the lucrative spice trade? But history had a surprise in store. As Cabral's fleet sailed south and then west across the vast Atlantic, possibly to catch favorable winds, they were pushed further off course than intended. On April 22, 1500, a lookout shouted the words every sailor longs to hear, "Land ahoy!" They hadn't reached India. They had stumbled upon the coast of a massive, unknown landmass. Also, this was the coast of modern-day Brazil. For the Portuguese, it was a moment of monumental discovery. But for the people who already called this land home, it marked the beginning of a dramatic and irreversible transformation. Cabral named his discovery Terra de Vera Cruz, the land of the true cross. Soon after dropping anchor, the crew came ashore near what is now Porto Seguro. There, they encountered the indigenous peoples, mainly from Tupi-speaking groups. These communities had thrived on this land for thousands of years. Rich cultures, complex societies, and deep connections to their environment. On April 26th, a Catholic Mass was held on the beach. A powerful symbol of Portugal's claim, not just to the territory, but to the souls of its inhabitants. Just a few days later, Cabral officially claimed the land for the Portuguese crown. At first, Brazil didn't seem like much of a prize. There was no obvious gold or silver, the kind of wealth the Spanish were finding elsewhere. But the Portuguese soon noticed a valuable resource: Brazil wood. This tree produced a vibrant red dye that was in high demand back in Europe for luxury textiles. This wood became so important that it eventually gave the country its name, Brazil. For the next few decades, Portugal's presence was limited to coastal trading posts, where they bartered with indigenous groups for Brazil wood and other resources. But this early, relatively peaceful interaction didn't last. Colonization intensified. The Portuguese brought with them European diseases to which the native populations had no immunity, leading to devastating epidemics. They imposed forced labor and seized vast territories, shattering indigenous societies. To fuel the growing sugar plantations, millions of enslaved Africans were forcibly brought to Brazil in one of the darkest chapters of human history. This brutal system profoundly shaped the nation's demographics, culture, and economy. The arrival of Cabral in 1500 was the start of over 3 centuries of Portuguese colonial rule. It was an event that forever changed Brazil's language, religion, and social fabric. What began as an accidental detour on a voyage to India laid the foundation for a new, incredibly diverse nation, one forged in the crucible of encounter, conflict, and cultural fusion. The echoes of that day in 1500 are still felt throughout Brazil today, a complex legacy that continues to shape its identity. Thanks for watching. If you found this journey into the past interesting, be sure to like this video and subscribe for more deep dives into history. See you next time.